Well, I'm here at Williams Soaring Center in Williams, California. Going to take a little glider ride today and see about adding a glider rating to my license, my flying license. Lots to learn. Stay tuned. One of the cool things about a glider is you don't have to necessarily keep them in a big, expensive hangar. You can pop the wings and tail off of them and store them in these trailers. Use the trailers as a hangar, or you can tug the thing all around the country to wherever you want to go flying. Wings pop off right there. Tail right there. Here's your typical tow plane, a big Piper Pawnee, a former ag airplane. Look at that, there's the tow rope winded up right down there. That's where the hopper would be normally in an ag operation, but this is converted for towing gliders. See the rear view mirrors. Big old Lycoming 0540 engine, fabric covered Piper Pawnee.
And then to position the stick, bringing it back against the stop and let it go forward about an inch. And that's the pitch attitude you want to maintain, or pitch control position you want to maintain.
Okay.
Until it starts to, nose starts to lift. And then you're gonna very lightly adjust it forward, but not a quick movement.
Got it.
Okay. So gentle forward pressure. That's good. That's it up.
Woo, man, it lifts right off.
That's right. Now keep pushing.
Very cool.
That's all you got.
250. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying, the altitude. Gotta look inside for a moment for that.
Just for a moment, yep.
God, this just is like levitation. It's amazing. And instinctively I'm looking for a throttle, but it just ain't there.
It's not there.
Boy, she literally just drags your ass into the air.
Straight for you.
Okay, you have the aircraft.
So we're in low tow.
Right.
We're going to do a square pattern around the prop wash.
Okay, you got the jet, right?
So I've got it. I just add a little bit of left aileron, start adding left rudder to keep the yaw string straight. And when that little mirror is about at the tip, I just roll for a second to the right to hold position and then get my left aileron in there.
So you got the mirror on the left elevator tip.
On the tip.
I got you. Uh-huh.
Okay, now I'm just going to drift back into the low tow position.
Coming through.
So I just let it drift. I don't try to slow it down until I want to stop. Then I do a roll and a roll. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to let you practice that maneuver. So I look to the right, clear. I look to the left, we're clear out there. Tow plate's in position. I'm going to pull my yellow knob.
Okay.
Immediately roll to about 25-degree bank.
Okay.
As the tow plane gets out there near my 10 o'clock, then
you're going to roll in behind her a bit.
Shallow left roll. And I'm just going to hold a shallow bank, kind of matching her bank angle.
Okay.
At this point, I just pull the trim all the way back.
Okay.
Hold it all the way back. I let go of the stick. Yeah, that feels about right. Keeping an eye on the tow plane. She didn't continue her ascent much.
She's staying on the horizon there.
Yeah. But I'm still keeping her. Notice about right now she's about my 10:30 position, so I shallow my bank a little to keep her there. And I'm also looking around for other traffic.
So she's kind of out of the picture now. You're safely separated.
She's now in an aggressive rate of descent compared to us below the horizon. So then the last thing I do is I want to find out, well, where the heck am I?
Yeah, where's the airport now? It's that way, I know that much, but I didn't.
We went
there's the freeway.
So that's your first identifying point, is always look for I-5.
There's I-5.
As you came up here from the Sacramento area, is that right?
I came out of Grass Valley from out of Marysville.
So you're more familiar with 20 now.
Yeah.
The I-5 makes almost a 45-degree turn just a few miles north of Williams. And so that helps you identify, am I north or south of Williams? If it's going southeast, I'm south of Williams. If it's going north, I'm north.
And you got the buttes there too.
So you got the buttes. They're a really good landmark. And then finally you have Highway 20 coming out of Colusa, going past the north side of the town of Williams. And
Yes.
that helps you to locate where you are as well. Okay, I'm going to let you play around. I'm not going to do any teaching right now. I just want you to, you know,
okay,
how does this thing feel?
Yeah, I got the aircraft.
Just play around for a while.
So I'm looking at 40. I'm looking at the outer ring on the airspeed indicator. I see it snakes around. So you want to keep it there. Well, you got a nice little marker right there. It looks like.
Yeah, that's
where
your,
you want it to be.
I like to put it right there. Yeah, 50 or 49, depending on whether you like round numbers or not.
It feels nose low and like we're sinking fast, but we're not. Well, 200 foot per minute. We're not really sinking that fast. Now, I don't see a ball indicator in here.
Yeah, all you have is the yaw string.
The yaw string.
There's no slip skid.
So if I step on the leading edge of the string, so to speak,
Yes.
that's my ball. All right. So it does take quite a. You got to lead with quite a bit of rudder. So we're looking at that
It
string
may
right
feel
there.
like that. It's actually just because your hand moves before you know it.
Uh-huh. And as you can see, it's really small movements on the ailerons, but quite a bit more on the rudder department. Oops, airspeed. You can hear the airspeed really well in this.
The pressures you apply to the sticker in ounces, whereas to the rudder pedals they're in pounds, and that's why it feels like you're using more. You're not actually moving it more, but you're using more pressure on it.
You say the rudder's heavier, in other words?
Yeah, the rudder resists much more than
So
the ailerons, because the ailerons are balanced.
We can kind of do a Dutch roll exercise. See if we can see what we're looking at. So instead of looking at the string, I want to move. Boy, that's quite a bit of yaw.
Move your feet with your hand. Just work on that. You know, allow the yaw string to get a little bit off. I don't want you to be micromanaging the yaw string.
I got a point on the ground I'm looking at. I'm trying to keep the nose on that. Boy, you can really. Is that a stall buffet if you can feel like there?
No, that was a slip buffet.
Ah, yeah. My airspeed's way up there. There, let's keep the airspeed right about there.
So you're strong with the right foot, but you're weak with your left foot.
Yeah, see, I'm already way up on the string there.
And every pilot has a tendency that way.
Power pilots, because we're we're correcting for torque that ain't there, man.
You're hammering the right pedal, that's right.
It just ain't there. Yeah, okay, there we go. Wow, interesting. To the left. Well, let's try some slow flight.
Okay, so just slowly raise your pitch attitude. And a little bit higher on the pitch. Hold that attitude. Just let it slow down and see where it settles out in terms of airspeed. So increase the back pressure. We don't change the trim because we want
to be able to feel that.
Yeah, you want to be able to feel that. And if the airspeed's in
I got 40 right now indicated.
39 to 38 range, that's your minimum controllable airspeed.
Now see, here I am correcting for a torque again that ain't there.
Yeah, so just relax that right foot, add a little left foot. And we could pitch up maybe another half a degree of pitch attitude. And now you're at your minimum controllable airspeed, just under the 40 knot mark. So we're just going to try to hold a heading for right now.
Okay.
Keep the wings level, minimize aileron movement, maximize rudder movement.
Right there at about 38, 39 knots.
Right. So we're going to do a turn to the left. Before you start that, look out at your left wingtip and notice that it's, you know, roughly 4 or 5 degrees above the horizon.
Oh yeah.
The most bank angle you want to have is about another 4 or 5 degrees below the horizon, so 10 degrees at most. So you're not going to look straight ahead as you start your roll. You're just going to watch the wingtip and slowly add left rudder until the wingtip's a little bit lower than that. Now just enough right rudder. Don't use the stick, just use rudder. And now you're maintaining the bank angle with your rudder pressure.
I'm going to have Jenny straighten you out a little bit more. You go with that angle.
You can really feel that wingspan. It's a large moment.
Notice how it's slowly increasing in bank.
Yeah.
We've got about twice as much as we had earlier. There's your bank angle you want.
Okay.
And it subtly creeps on you. So the more you look ahead, the less bank control you have. So don't even look at your airspeed. Just listen to the sound.
Yes.
That'll give you a clue whether you're slowing down or speeding up. Or you might start to feel a little buffet in the stick. That means you're too slow. Okay, now for the rollout, just barely touch that right rudder. Just barely touch it. Watch your wingtips until they're level. And now you can make whatever rudder corrections necessary. You'll have to correct a little bit with bank too. Hold your head.
There we go. I'm getting my yaw string confused here.
That happens. I was looking around for traffic as we did that, so we've been cleared for a stall. So just raise that pitch attitude another 2 degrees maybe, and then hold that attitude. And just hold that attitude with increasing back pressure. There's your stall. We are stalled. Recover. Want to recover to best glide speed, so let that pitch stay right where it is. And now you've got your max performance. So we're going to go right into a turn in a stall maneuver. Stall in a turn maneuver that's practical test standard. What I want you to do, we were flying with maybe 10 degrees of bank. Let's fly with 15 degrees of bank in a turn, maintaining our speed still. Let's not
speed. You want to keep this speed up here?
Speed. Okay. And just establish a bank angle. On the practical test standard, they want you to maintain this bank angle throughout the maneuver right up to the stall. So now, again, don't even look at your nose, don't look at your airspeed, just watch your bank angle. Maintain that as you slowly pitch up. Watch your left wingtip, maintain the bank angle. Don't worry about what's straight ahead of you. Keep looking at that wingtip, don't let it increase, don't let it decrease. Keep the pitch coming up. Our bank is slowly getting greater, so you gotta hold a little outside aileron. There's your stall, let go, right rudder, recover, best glide speed.
That's right there on the yellow diamond. To get over there most efficiently, should just
stay best glide.
Best glide speed.
50 knot airspeed.
All right. We can lower the nose here a little bit.
I know it seems like it's descending faster, which it is, but it's actually
getting there. Yeah.
And I like the cloud a little on our left at about our 11 o'clock there, so just roll out on a turn in that direction.
Should I aim for the middle of it or kind of one side of it?
Yeah, for a start, let's just aim at the middle and see what happens. The left isn't strong today. It may be just marginal at best. But you're going to, once we start to turn, you're going to roll into a 30 to 40 degree bank turn.
Really?
It'll be at least 2 times the bank angle than anything you've tried so far.
Cool.
Column will be.
And these thermals can be pretty small, these
particularly
columns.
on these winter days.
Yeah.
They can be very small.
And so you feeling for a little burble, or are you just going to take a whack at it?
I'm feeling for a change in G's. I'm maintaining a constant speed. That's the best way to sense anything. You can see as we come under this cloud, it's really broken up, which indicates that whatever's here is not going to be very strong.
There's a little bump.
Travel.
This little guy right way over here?
The one that's more to your, the right
here. Yeah.
It'll actually take us right under this direction will take us right under a little wisp that's forming right above our head here.
Oh yeah, yeah. So look at that, we got we're getting something. I mean, the variometer was saying about.
Yeah. The air is moving up.
Yeah.
We aren't quite yet.
Oops, how much my airspeed here?
Ready to tow.
So go ahead and increase your bank to about 30 degrees.
334.
A little steeper still. Now hold that bank angle and hold the pitch attitude with some back pressure. You're actually maintaining it.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Don't let that bank angle decrease. That's what a thermal does, is it pushes up the inside wing.
So it'll spit you out?
It'll spit you out. That's exactly right. So as we come back into the lift portion here, roll level. Just go ahead and roll level. Count 1001, 1002. Now roll back in the same bank angle. Steeper, steeper, steeper. Be real aggressive about this.
Get right
Pull
into
back on that stick.
Oh, wow.
Keep that bank angle. Don't let it shallow on you.
Okay.
Keep pulling back on the stick. Don't let your speed pick up. There we go. Actually climbing.
Hey, yeah, look at that. We got.
So don't watch the airspeed, but watch your pitch and bank angle. That's what you really want to watch. Pitch and bank. Don't focus on the variometer, the rate of climb instrument. Pitch and bank.
Yeah.
A little more bank, just a touch. Just a touch, a little more back pressure. Keep it at 50 knots or slower. You can slow down to 45 if necessary.
Bitchin'. It's working, it's working.
Pull that trim all the way back like that.
Yeah.
And that helps you out.
Yeah, it takes quite a bit of pressure. Woohoo, look at that, it's above zero. Lift.
We've gained 100 feet.
We found it, yeah. Look at that. We're getting a free ride, folks.
So, fast airspeed and shallow bank are the enemies of thermaling.
Keep it in there.
Yeah, so just keep holding that back pressure, keep that pitch attitude up near the horizon.
Well, you get looping around these circuits pretty quick. Yeah, coming back up to 2,000. Come on, we can do it.
45 left pattern 16, William.
What a struggle, what a bunch of work it is. We're trying to get this last 40 feet. That's a real challenge in the wintertime. Whoops, threw it too fast.
Juliet Hotels, 2000 South Williams.
Williams traffic, 3 Charlie Alpha, left downwind 16, Williams.
Okay, there they are, inside.
I'm glad you got a chance to experience
that was a real thrill, man. That was, yeah.
So we'll just roll out, heading towards the two barns.
Okay.
I like to arrive over them with them just underneath my left wing root, so I can do a left circling descent over them. And accelerate to 55 knots. It's fine to stay at this airspeed right now, no worries. That's our pattern airspeed.
55 in the pattern.
So when you're doing that checklist, you just want to remind yourself, okay, downwind at 55 or 45 at 55. The 45 approach at 55 knots.
So we're going to be over the barn here at 1500, and then we want to depart the barns at what, 1200?
So we just do a left circling descent.
Okay.
A lot of things we accomplish by doing that. Gliders are hard to see. So as we're doing a circling descent into the pattern, we become a lot easier to see.
Okay.
Plus we can make a radio call for our announcement if we want to. We don't have to.
And we're going to
over the two barns.
And we're going to rack it up in a turn similar to that thermal?
Yeah, pretty similar. Maybe not quite as steep, but but
Kind of falling apart.
so here we are, they're right underneath us, so we can just start our left turn and continue a circling descent. Looks like there's lift right over there.
We're going to fight me here a while. Yeah. So we're kind of drifting to the south. Should I kind of correct for that?
Yeah, I would go ahead and correct for that. So maybe just roll level on the north heading.
Yeah.
And
that
we still got 1350 feet, so we can probably make one more 360.
Okay.
So that's another purpose of that circling descent, is you can get an idea
Feel for the traffic pattern winds.
out.
Yeah, we're going to be bucking a headwind on downwind, tailwind landing, in other words.
Correct. Now, where the sun's reflecting in those ponds, you can see what the surface wind is. There's a little calm edge on the north side.
Yeah, you can see the north wind.
The streaming on the pond itself. So, with that in mind, as soon as we roll out, we'll accelerate to 55 because we actually want to fly faster into a headwind to obtain our best glide.
Right on the blue or the gold diamond here.
Roll out right here
on a 45.
I usually aim at that pond that's on the other side of the
Okay, got it inside.
And that's a good 45 mark.
Pick that airspeed up right about to there.
Now, just barely to the right of your nose, you'll see there's a square rice paddy there, kind of lighter colored.
Right in my nose.
Just, it's like over your nose, but just to the right a little bit.
Smaller.
See the lighter colored square rice paddy?
Yeah.
We want to kind of divide that in half for our downwind.
Okay, gotcha. Now we're at 900 feet.
So right about here is where I turn downwind, and we're just dividing this. Now this rice paddy is right underneath our nose.
You're talking about this rice paddy right here? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably looking at
that. I was way ahead.
The other one. Okay. So we look over at the runway, and that's roughly a 25-degree bank angle to the left. That's kind of what you want to have.
This is good spacing.
This is good spacing.
Okay.
We're actually a little lower than we normally are. So if we were higher, we'd be spaced a little further out, but the same angle.
Okay. So aimed at them trailers out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the duck, that's a duck club. Duck hunting club.
That's the duck club, that's right. So right about the end of the pavement, you want to unlock the air brakes and put them at half. So a little bit more right there. There's your half.
Inside, yeah.
Now we can start our turn to base.
Okay. Keep this speed up.
Just leave it right at 55 throughout the pattern. Right into the flare.
Oh, okay. I got the the landing zone inside.
Okay.
Here's 500 feet.
So we roll level here, just have a little bit
briefly,
looking to the right for traffic, looking straight ahead for opposing pattern.
Boy, it seems like we're smoking in here. And it seems steep. So
you're fine. Leave it right where it is.
Okay.
Keep your pitch attitude constant for 55. You can see that our aim point's a little short, which is what we want. Now start to focus at the far end of the runway and set up that tail dragger touchdown attitude. A little bit higher on the nose. Hold that attitude. Just keep that attitude. Stick in your lap. Test the wheel brake gently. Test it again. Test it again. Now focus on your wingtips and keeping that level. Just keep going straight. We're just going to keep going straight. That's it. Relax the brake now. Now work the aileron control really aggressively to keep your wings level. As you can see, we ran out because we have a little tailwind. So that last part of the ground roll, you're really working this control very aggressively.
Very, very cool, man.
Nice work.
All right, that was a blast.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
So to unlock this, pull back out, and up like that. Sailing with Charlie. Now the trick here is that our weight is an integral part of the flying machine. Now we don't want to smack the tail.
There you go.
Like Charlie taught me to come up gently. There, instead of down.
So, next doing a bit of rotation there.
What's the wingspan? What's the wingspan on this?
It's 17 meters, which would be about 56 feet.
Whoo! It's big. Show you around a little bit the ASK-21 sailplane. What I learned today. This is the most important instrument of them all, the yaw string, which effectively replaces your turn and bank indicator in a light aircraft. That's all you really need to know. That and airspeed. Airspeed right there. And that yellow triangle is your best glide speed for this sailplane. In the pattern, you're going to crank it up to about 55 knots. Variometer, you know when you watch a lot of sailing videos, you hear the beep 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 noise. Well, that's an audio variometer. If it sounds happy, you're climbing. If it sounds sad, you're descending. Altimeter, radio, stick for the ailerons and elevator, trim control, trim indicators in there. These activate the spoilers, which are located, of course, out there on the wings. Pull that knob to release from the tow plane. Rudder pedals, they're kind of a stirrup sort of design, and you can adjust the rudder pedals right there. The seat back is adjustable here. A microphone, an additional air vent, and this is for European requirements for static line hookup for a parachute. And that's your emergency canopy release there. Don't mess with that. Here's the spoilers to the wings. They pop up out of there, spoiling the lift and allowing you to control your rate of descent. Today I learned landing's pretty simple. Get at the initial point over there at the barns, 1,500 feet, spiral down to 1,200 feet, enter a 45 pattern. Get a nice pattern distance, spacing for the downwind. Enter left base. You want to hit left base about 500 feet and half spoilers, and then just work your spoilers and keep that airspeed up to about 55 indicated, right into the flare, and then pick up your 3-point flare attitude, touch down and roll out. Aggressively pursue the ailerons to keep the wings level as you're rolling out, and brake as required. The main wheel brake is actuated by pulling the spoilers all the way back, or the speed brakes all the way back. That'll actuate the main wheel brake. And you got a nose wheel and a tail wheel as well. Woohoo! Well, first impressions, what a gas. It's a real thrill to find a lift out there, even on a winter day. It's a real quiet, smooth ride, and a quiet ride in these sailplanes. Looks like you can get the whole rating done for maybe $2,000, $2,500 if you're already a rated power pilot. Probably about 10 or 15 flights to solo. So check it out. You should get a rating too. Williams Soaring Center, Williams, California.